Hello friends, welcome to your favorite YouTube channel English Guru Vikram sir, and today's topic is kinds of pronouns or types of pronouns. Pronouns are basically classified into 10 types, but before going further we should know what pronouns are. Pronouns are the words which come instead of noun or another pronoun. Instead of noun, which come in place of noun. Those words are called pronouns, and pronouns are classified into which groups? Let's see the groups, the names first. Later we will discuss in detail about each and every type. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are named so because they stand for person. First person, second person, third person, singular and plural. These pronouns are I, we, you, he, she, it, they and their other forms. You know it very well. Possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns are called so because they show the possession. Who owns that thing? Who is in control? They show the possession. That's why those are called possessive pronouns. His, her, your, theirs and others. We will discuss about them in detail in the further part of the video. Demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are the pronouns which demonstrate or point out which thing or which person. This person, that person. These things, those things. So this, that, these, those are the demonstrative pronouns. And which are other? We will see. Reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Pronouns are the same, but their use decides whether it is reflexive pronoun or whether it is an emphatic pronoun. Because if the subject and object of an action is same, then it is a reflexive pronoun. For example, he hurt himself. Who is the subject? He. And who is the object? He himself. He hurt himself. Action turns back upon the subject. Action turns back upon the subject. And if this happens, that pronoun, himself, herself, themselves, ourselves, myself, these pronouns are the reflexive pronouns. If the same pronoun is used to emphasize, just to emphasize who did that action or whom we want to emphasize, if that pronoun is used to emphasize, that is emphatic pronoun. For example, he himself finished the job. Who finished the job? He himself. We have used himself to stress the pronoun he. We have used himself to stress the pronoun he, and that's why it is emphatic pronoun. Indefinite pronouns refer in general, not in particular. Not in particular. They must think about it. Who they? We don't know. One must study hard. Who is one? General. Everybody. One must study hard. Indefinite pronouns refer in general, not in particular. Distributive pronouns show one at a time. Either of these two pens will do. Either. Not both. Either this one or that one. One at a time. One at a time. So these pronouns are distributive pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns. Two pronouns are there only. Each other, one another. How they are used and why they are called reciprocal pronouns. They are called reciprocal pronouns because they reciprocate each other. Ganesh and Ramesh quarreled with each other. Ganesh quarreled with Ramesh and Ramesh quarreled with Ganesh. They reciprocate. That's why those are called reciprocal pronouns. Relative pronouns are the pronouns which form the relative clause. The pronouns which come at the beginning of the relative clause and they relate to the noun coming before it. They relate to the noun coming before it. The pen which I have in my hand is a black pen. Which I have in my hand relates to the pen. So that is relative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun, the name itself suggests if the pronoun is used to ask the question, it is an interrogative pronoun. Who, whose, what, which. These are the interrogative pronouns. We will talk about all these types in detail, but before going further, take a screenshot. It will help you to understand all the pronouns at a glance. Let's discuss the personal pronouns. As the name suggests, they stand for the persons. First person, second person, third person. First person singular and plural, second person singular, plural, third person singular and plural. These pronouns have other names as well. If the pronoun comes at the place of a subject, it is called subjective pronoun or nominative pronoun. I am taking a lecture. I comes at the place of subject, so that's why it is subjective pronoun or nominative pronoun. My father told me to do my work sincerely. My father told me. Me comes at the place of object, told. Told to whom? To me. That's why me is an accusative or objective pronoun. Objective or accusative. Possessive pronoun. Some possessive pronouns are possessive adjectives as well, and they have other name as well, and that name is pronominal adjectives. Pronominal adjectives. They are named so because they show the possession. Who possesses that noun? This is my pen. Who possesses this pen? I possess. My shows possession, and that's why my is a possessive adjective as well as a possessive pronoun. This house is mine. Whose house? Mine. Mine is a possessive pronoun. How to differentiate between possessive pronoun and possessive adjective? Let's clear the confusion with the help of these 6 sentences. This is my house. Whose house? My house. My shows possession, and that word my comes before house. House is a noun, and my tells us more about the house. That's why my is an adjective also, and that's why we call it possessive adjective. Possessive adjective. This house is mine. Here also the word mine tells about the possession of the house. Who possesses the house? It is told by mine, and so it is possessive pronoun. Why it is pronoun? Because it comes after the noun. It comes after the noun. India is our country. Whose country? Our country. Our tells possession, and it comes before the noun. That's why it is possessive adjective. The responsibility is ours. Whose responsibility? Ours. Ours is the possessive pronoun of responsibility. His father is a teacher. Whose father? His father. His comes before father, before the noun. That's why it is possessive adjective or pronominal adjective. Pronominal adjective. The book is his. Who possesses this book? He. His. That's why his is possessive pronoun. So let's see the most important types of pronouns. I always give them importance because they are used very much in competitive examinations. The difference between them is a very important thing to know. Emphatic pronouns and reflexive pronouns. Why they are named so? Reflexive pronouns are the pronouns which are at the place of subject as well as object. Means what? Action done by the subject turns back upon the subject. Means subject itself is the object. Means reflexive pronoun reflects the subject. All these things mean same when the doer of the action and when the object of the action are the same. That pronoun is the reflexive pronoun, and when pronoun is used to emphasize the other pronoun or other noun, it is emphatic pronoun. Myself, ourselves, yourself, yourselves, himself, herself, itself, themselves. All these are reflexive pronouns as well as emphatic pronouns. Remember, my friends, these are the types of personal pronouns only. but they are named as per their function separately. Their separate names are given to them because of their functions. So when it is reflexive pronoun and when it is emphatic pronoun, let's understand it with the help of these sentences. I hurt myself. Who is doing the action? I. On whom? Myself. In subject and object are same, that's why it is the reflexive pronoun. I will do it myself. I is the pronoun and myself is used to stress who will do the action. I myself will do the action. So it is emphatic pronoun. Watch carefully. Here myself is not object. Object is it. So it is not reflexive pronoun. It is emphatic pronoun. You can improve yourself. Who is going to improve? You. Whom you can improve? Yourself. You is the subject. You is the object. So it is reflexive pronoun. You yourself can solve it. Who is the subject? You. Who is the object? It. Yourself is not object. It is used just to stress the pronoun. And so this yourself is emphatic pronoun. You must control yourselves. Who is going to control? You only. And whom you are going to control? Yourselves only. You must control yourselves. Action reflects on this pronoun, and this pronoun is nothing but reflexive pronoun. You yourselves are your masters. Who are masters? You are masters. You yourselves are masters. You yourselves are master. Yourselves is used to just to stress the pronoun. That's why it is emphatic pronoun. He cursed himself. Doer of the action is he. On whom the action is taking place? Himself. So himself is a reflexive pronoun. And he himself said so. Who said so? He himself. We are using himself to stress he. That's why it is emphatic pronoun. It emphasizes the subject he. So it is an emphatic pronoun. Understood? Okay. Let's move forward. Demonstrative, indefinite and distributive pronouns. These names seem familiar, no? Yeah. Because in our previous video about adjectives, we have heard these names. Demonstrative, indefinite and distributive. These three names are used for nouns, for pronouns as well as for adjectives. How to differentiate between them? Watch the video carefully. I will explain just within a fraction of second. Fraction of second. It's difficult. Okay, let's see. Demonstrative pronouns are named so because they demonstrate. They point out the objects they refer to. Which particular object they are referring, they point out it. So they are called demonstrative pronouns. Which are those? This, that, these, those, such. These are the demonstrative pronouns. Let's look at the examples. This is a present from my brother. This is a present from my brother. This is the pronoun of present. Which present? This present. So it is a demonstrative pronoun. But if the sentence is written in another way, I am telling you, this present is from my brother. This present, then it is demonstrative adjective. If this demonstrative pronoun comes right before the noun it demonstrates, then it becomes demonstrative adjective. This is same with all the types. These are brave kids. This is demonstrative pronouns. But if I say these kids are brave, then this becomes demonstrative adjective. Both cars are good, but this is better than that. This demonstrate car. That demonstrate car. So these are the demonstrative pronouns. But if somebody says this car is better than that car, this becomes demonstrative adjective. Got it? Let's move forward. Indefinite pronouns refer to persons or things in general, not in particular. Refer to persons or things in general. One, none, all, some, somebody, nobody, everybody, anybody, someone, everyone. All these are indefinite pronouns. And if they come right before the noun they describe or they point out, they become indefinite adjectives. Let's see. None of your doubts are baseless. Here none is indefinite pronoun. None is indefinite pronoun. One must be careful. Am I talking about a particular person? No. I am talking generally. One must be careful. Here one is the indefinite pronoun. But if I say one person, then one becomes indefinite adjective. Indefinite adjective. Same here, somebody broke the rule. Somebody is indefinite pronoun. We don't know the definite person. All were busy. All is a pronoun used for people. But if I say all boys were busy, then all becomes indefinite adjective. Here all is indefinite pronoun. Got it? Let's move forward. Distributive. Distributive in the name itself suggests it distributes. It distributes. Distributive pronoun refers to persons or things one at a time. One at a time. Not both, not all. One at a time. Each, either and neither are the distributive pronouns. Each spoke in turn. Each spoke. But spoke one at a time. Not all at a time. One at a time. So each is distributive pronoun. Either of you can go. Either of you. Not both of you. Either of you can go. You or him. You or her can go. Here one at a time. Either is a distributive pronoun. Neither of the claims is legal. Neither of the claims. This and that. One at a time. So it is distributive pronoun. Now suppose if I say each boy spoke in turn. If I use boy here after each, then each becomes distributive adjective. Understood? Quite easy, no? Last three types: reciprocal pronouns, relative pronouns and interrogative pronouns. Their names suggest reciprocal pronouns reciprocate each other. This and that, those reciprocate each other. There are just two reciprocal pronouns, each other and one another. The sisters argued with each other. This sister argued with that sister argued with this sister. Means each other is a reciprocal pronoun. They all were shouting at one another. Remember one thing, my friends, each other is used with two objects or persons, and one another is used with more than two objects or persons. They all, here people are more than two. They all were shouting at one another. They all were shouting at one another. These people were shouting at those people were shouting at these people were shouting at the people in themselves. So they are the reciprocal pronouns, each other and one another. Next, relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are named so because these pronouns relate to the noun that comes before them. The noun that comes before them. Which are these relative pronouns? Who, which, whose, whom, that. Let's understand them with the help of examples. The boy who won the prize is my brother. This who is related to the boy. Who is that? That is the boy. The book which you gave me is nice. Which thing you gave me? The book. So this which relates to the book. Third sentence, the person whom you are searching is near the gate. Whom you are searching? The person. The person. So all these three words, whom, which, who, which and whom, they relate to the nouns coming before them, and that's why they are called relative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are the pronouns which are used right at the beginning of a question and their answer is a noun or pronoun. Which are those? Who, whom, whose, what and which. Let's understand them with the help of examples. Who is he? Your answer will be some name. Your answer will be some noun or pronoun. Who is he? Ganesh, Ramesh, Umesh, Mahesh. That's right. So, who is an interrogative pronoun? Whom did you meet? Your answer will be a person's name or somebody's name or pronoun. I met him, I met my brother, I met my father, I met Ganesh. Noun or pronoun will be your answer. So, whom is interrogative pronoun? Whose is this book? Whose book is this? You will tell me the name of the person. What do you want? You will tell ice cream or chocolate or something like that. So your answer will be the noun. So what is a relative? What is an interrogative pronoun? Which do you prefer, tea or coffee? Your answer will be one of these. Tea and coffee are the nouns. So which is an interrogative pronoun? Which is an interrogative pronoun? If you have any doubts regarding this topic, please feel free to write to me and don't forget to subscribe.